if dating were a country, it would be the most unequal distribution of wealth than any country on the planet. There's a component of leadership that's missed in the self-help community and very much in the dating community. This component of like inability to look people in the eye, shake hands, and to have normal conversations with people. This has been lost in part because the iPhone put the Facebook app on it in 2008, and you'll go see the number of men that have since 2008 to 2018 has tripled. Wow. It has tripled. It is over 33% of men have zero sexual partners in the last year. Because of that, 28% of men under the age of 30 are not virgins, but they haven't had since they were 18. Maybe they had before 18, but the numbers are skyrocketing because these men don't know how to communicate. And so that's the reason why, another reason why my program blows up so much, because
that's
a lot
dangerous.
It is because you end up with a bunch of surplus men. Surplus men. So if you like certain Middle Eastern countries where you have men who have multiple wives and then men down at the bottom quartile with no mobility whatsoever, no ability to have with anyone, they strap bombs to their chest. That's why we tend to find in polygynous societies or polyamorous society, we tend to find more violence. Wow. And in societies where monogamy is encouraged, like with Catholicism and Islam and Judaism, you find that there's less violence. And so it's one of these weird things where you have a bunch of guys at the top that are like, be players, get this yacht, make this money, all these girls. And then there's a bunch of dudes at the bottom who suffer. But at the same time, from a societal standpoint, the family unit is economically and socially the most viable way in order to produce a viable or a stable populace, right? Does that make sense? You have a tax base, you have a non-violent populace, and you have a population increase, and you have a bunch of men who aren't frustrated at the bottom. Marriage, like monogamy, allows for men at the bottom to have at least one wife. Polygyny or polyamory causes the men at the top to have it's the George Clooney, Leonardo DiCaprio running through thousands of groupies effect, and then those girls then never settle for the guy who stocks shelves at Walmart. So the guy who stocks shelves at Walmart doesn't have less options with women; he has zero options with women. And the guy up at the top literally could 7 different girls every day if he wanted to. And so it's become, Scott Galloway's a professor, and he talks about this. If dating were a country, it would be the most unequal distribution of wealth than any country on the planet.
Wow.
Yeah, they were saying because of that, less babies are being born.
Yes. So
right now.
So here's the thing. In certain countries like Indonesia, Brazil, Mexico, we're not seeing this massive decline in birth rate, but amongst North American people, especially middle-class North American people, this is what Elon Musk was talking about. It's like they're being outpopulated by people from other countries. I personally don't have a problem with that, but just because there's going to be more. No one's saying that there's 8 billion people on the planet and in 100 years there's going to be 7 billion. No one's saying that. Right. What they're saying is certain demographics, like in Indonesia, they are populating like crazy. And in China, for a while they were 1.3 billion people. Yeah. It's just certain populaces are being outbred by other ones. And some people find that as a concern. And some people who are jingoists and some people who are ethnocentrists, they don't like the fact that my color people are being outbred by your color people, and therefore that's why they make some of these complaints. Right. But there's a demographic collapse, but there's no population collapse. I think that's kind of a misused term on Twitter I see sometimes.
Yeah.